Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Star Wars Rebels, Dream City, Ruby, and Adventure Time. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Yo.
Today, Delaney and I will be discussing the second-to-last episode of Gravity Falls. Weirdmageddon 2, Escape from Reality. Sad. We cover Gravity Falls every week here on, every week that it's on here in the Overly Animated Podcast, although that's only one more episode to go, which we'll discuss in a second. And you can find out everything about this podcast at overlyanimated.com. Spoilers for up to and including Weirdmageddon 2. First, we got to get to Alex Hirsch's post. If you have not yet seen it, I don't know.
My brother texted me, and I was like, "How do you know this information?" Because my internet was going in and out. But...
Yeah, he had a secret source from Alex Hirsch. No, he posted on Tumblr, and it's a Google Alex Hirsch Tumblr post, right? I don't know. That'll the Gravity Falls ending. Basically, if you listened to this podcast previously, you were pretty set in the information that Alex Hirsch revealed, because
or you thought we were crackpots, and the
joke's on you because I'm right about everything, apparently.
Except actually the joke's on all of us because
it's ending. Yeah. So in summary, there's one episode left after this. So it's an hour long. Technically, it's 2 episodes. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we'll see. But typically when shows do this, like the Avatar finale, it's actually 2 episodes. And yeah, and that's the series finale. And he said this was his decision to end it after 2 seasons, but Disney did not let him say that the show is ending. Previously, I had ranted about Disney's gag order, which I had figured out. Which, I mean, it was kind of obvious. It's not like I'm figured out.
Dylan is omniscient. He knows everything.
They weren't talking. The show is obviously ending right now. This is a series finale, and they just couldn't say it. And it was really, annoying. So. I don't know. This is not our reaction to this. I expected this. I've been prepping you for this for 6 months. I don't know.
Prepping me for this because I'm not an idiot. But
not you and the listeners, okay?
Okay. I mean, it's obvious. And
I'm emotionally ready for the show 10 because I've always viewed this as the series finale. Basically.
And also, I mean, you watch something and you're like, man, this would be great if it went on forever, but you don't actually want it to go on forever. And it's a show about these kids over their summer. It couldn't have gone on indefinitely unless it was Phineas and Ferb. But even Phineas and Ferb ended, so.
The show is not going to, go on forever. I did expect it to have a 3rd season until we got halfway in the season 2. And I'm a little...
That dream didn't last very long of a season 3.
No, and I'm a little disappointed that whatever the decision was, Alex says he decided before season 2 started that they're ending. The only skepticism I have with that is that then why did they push all the plot to the second half of season 2?
Well, I mean, I thought the post he made is super I was reading it and I was like, this is the sketchiest post I've ever read.
Look, here's the deal. First of all,
it's Disney, obviously.
We should believe Alex, but that being said, if it was the other way around and halfway through production on season 2, Disney was made some dumb demands, then he decided, okay, we're done, we're gonna end it here. He wouldn't be able to say it anyway. So it's not like this is crackpot theory. This is if there was some other thing involved, which was other than just him deciding before season 2 started, then this is what he would say. And credit to him for keeping it classy and stuff. I would be immensely more frustrated with how Disney has handled this. The scheduling of the show, the gag order on not saying that it's gonna end. Who does that? That you say can't say that the show's ending. That's so.
Why so even? It reminds me of Nickelodeon and the confusion of Avatar, and it was it's the season finale, it's the series finale, because it was either the words and the overtone didn't match.
Yeah, I think Nick's promo materials might have said that. At the very least, they let the creators and stuff say that the show's ending. It's very bad. And what we're in right now with the Weirdmageddon, it's imagine if the Avatar: The Last Airbender series finale was spread out over 4 months. That's what we're in right now.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
It's the exact same thing. It's a 4-part finale. So it's gross. But that being said, we're going to discuss part 2 today. Regardless of Disney, it's still very exciting, very sad that the show's ending. And let's get into Weirdmageddon 2: Escape from Reality. Delaney. I think we are both fans of part 1, maybe me slightly more so. What did you think of part 2?
Um, it was. I mean, Mabel is queen. I
This
love
is the
Mabel.
Mabel episode.
This is the Mabel episode. I mean, and Britt and I had talked, and we had discussed that what we thought this episode was going to be, and we were kind of right and kind of wrong about.
I think I said last week that there's no way we spend a whole episode breaking out of that bubble. So I was wrong on that.
You were wrong,
Yeah.
yes. And then me and Britt were. I don't know if I mean we didn't. We hadn't like this was what it was going to be. We were hoping it was going to be like Mabel's Mind, and it was basically that, but not really. But like, I mean, I enjoyed the concept.
Yeah, this was Mabel's Mind. Yeah, that's
Yeah, this
close
was
enough.
Mabel's.
Yeah.
Well, it was Mabel's
Not
Mind, but then
technically, but like it's close enough.
yeah, that was yeah. It's like it wasn't actually, but I don't know. It was cool anyway. It was nice. I mean, it was goofy and like it kind of went on a little bit longer than you wanted it to, just simply because it was like ridiculous. But we know this happens. It's Mabel. Of course, this is what it was. I mean, I really enjoyed. Um, was it Dippy Fresh
Dippy
or
Fresh, yeah.
whatever? That's
Are
great.
you a fan of Dippy Fresh?
I am a big fan of Dippy Fresh.
Dipper or
So
Dippy Fresh?
great.
Which one?
Dippy Fresh, hands
Wow,
down.
you're just throwing Dipper
So
away
great.
just like that? Okay.
No, it's just so funny. Mainly because Dipper's like just immediate hatred of
Yeah.
him was beautiful. I really liked. I don't think it was necessarily the like overall. It wasn't necessarily like the best episode like ever. Granted, my viewing experience was terrible, so it wasn't like I can't. I don't really know how much of
We're
this is like
talking right after the episode, and we both watched it live, and Disney inserts 10 commercials during it.
yeah.
So
And I was watching in a freshman dorm lobby, and everyone was screaming, and I had like my ear pressed against the television.
okay.
But the Bill parts were, I mean, again, it's very interesting. Now we're still exploring this new world, and I really enjoyed the juxtaposition of, you have this happy, fun stuffed animal tree, and then it's like darkness. Everyone's like melting. This is terrible. So like we're getting some very dark. I mean, we've already discussed, this is very dark, and like it's just getting darker. Like how much further will we go?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And then the ending, I think makes the episode for me.
Yeah, with the whole thing.
The
With
feels,
yeah.
the
Um,
feels.
last, I don't think this one was darker than the last one.
Well, I would.
I could have
Well,
used some more of the stuffed animal tree turning into like
yeah.
the scary stuff. That's the type of stuff you'd
Well, the
expect.
the
But
the the chair though.
the chair, though, yeah, the chair was pretty. It was
That's
rough.
like
Yeah,
that. I mean, that's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Magic is Might stuff. Like,
it was pretty good. Yeah, I was a very big fan of this episode. I'm seeing some lukewarm reaction. I don't know. It's hard to gauge.
I mean, I'm still trying to work through it because, like, I mean, I just sprinted
From
from.
you, from everyone else. I was looking around.
Yeah, right.
I'm a very big fan of this episode. The Dipper and Mabel stuff at the end, I think, resonated. Maybe as much, if not more, than any of the other Dipper and Mabel
Yeah,
relationship
this was
dynamic
it.
stuff than we've had in the show. And this is the show. You could say, okay, this was the episode before the finale, and nothing really happened plot wise. But like ultimately, what's more important? Is it Dipper and Mabel's relationship, or is it the plot of the show? And I think it's the former. Not close. Like I don't really
Yeah.
compared to. I don't care what Bill's doing compared to
No.
the conflict between Dipper and Mabel, which is what caused all of this anyway. So I loved the flashbacks when they were younger. I thought that was
It was
incredible.
great.
Um, and it's just everything between them talking, and it just completely made the episode. It's one of my favorite kind of like what I don't know how long it was, 5 minute segments of the show, of the entire show. And even if the episode as a whole, maybe it's not the funniest episode of the show, maybe it's not the cleverest, but as a whole, especially with the that segment at the end, I think that this is one of my all-time favorites.
I will like reiterate that I think for me it just took a little bit to like get there because like we were
It did
like I,
take a while. I could see that. Yeah.
like with like I mean obviously it was like yeah this is Mabel Lane and it's fine like I don't know like it was great like it's Mabel and Mabel's my child but we get to like it just took a little bit to like get there for me to like oh like I mean that's what like Mabel and Dipper like that made the episode like that is awesome like this is the best like Mabel Dipper at all in the entire show like it was awesome
I think
and
this.
feels like
Yeah, I feel a lot of the feelings,
so
and
many
I
feels
I think the last place we were left with Dipper and Mabel was it was a little it's kind of, I don't know what to make of it, because we had the Dipper like saying he'd be an apprentice for Ford and this whole conflict, and it definitely seemed like a big grift. It's like,
Yeah.
why is Dipper acting like this? Of course, I kind of understand why Mabel's reacting the way she is and stuff like that, and I didn't expect it, and I love that Dipper just gets over this so
Yeah.
fast. Um, like, of course, this is what's gonna happen. Of course, he's not gonna
Yeah.
going to be Ford's apprentice and stay in Gravity Falls. So, and of course, he's not going to abandon his twin. So, I think that this was much more like kind of elegantly emotionally handled than I had
And it,
imagined.
and it wasn't rushed, and it's completely natural, and this is like, I mean, all of this is just like extra special for me because me and my brother both watch it, and like
Oh,
and he texts me all the time about it. Like he killed my phone, like texted me today about the show, and like it's just like the dynamic in this show is so real, and
yeah,
especially in this part because that's what I love so much was seeing them growing up, and they're only 12, but I don't know. It's just so sweet and pure, and I love it because it's like this is an actual dynamic. It's not the like overly hostile or like the apathetic. It's an like it's the and of course those are real dynamics. So people do have those, but like the healthy more common like sibling relationship, and we have it here, and it's just so great.
yeah, I agree, and we've talked about this before, but yeah, I definitely agree.
I have a lot of feelings about sibling dynamics. Okay.
Oh no, it's the heart of the show. Let's get into to more specifics, I suppose. This Mabel world. So it,
I literally thought it became like the Lego movie. Like I thought that's what had happened, that we were in the Lego movie.
I'm glad we're not, because I think this is better. But controversial opinion. What do we? What did you make of this of Mabelland? Like, it's so we're all kind of expecting something like this, but how do you think it ultimately executed?
I think it was everything we thought it was going to be, but then also very different in the way that she wasn't trapped, plot twist.
Well, she is kind of trapped, but
Well, I
yeah,
mean, she is trapped, but like that Mabel like wasn't trying to get out. But then at the same time though,
which is the
it's
trap,
complete
which is a
yeah.
trope, right?
But then it's also completely understandable, like, and it's not it's really not in this, and that's what's the really great part about like this Mabel world is that yeah, Bill was like, this is the most devious, well, I think it's like the most diabolical trap I've ever like created, and it's like, but this is you're not even mad at Mabel because of course she wants to stay here in Eternal Summer when her brother is like going to leave her.
It all comes together once she mentions the previous conflict. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's only like halfway through the episode, though. Getting back to what you
yeah.
said, it's like I think from that point onward, it really clicks.
Yeah, and I mean, it's it's silly, and of course we have like the hunk Dream Boys, whatever,
Several
again,
times,
all the time. Like what?
several times,
What?
several. That's their name, right? Several
Oh yeah, several
was that
times,
name. Yeah. Um,
and
they're pretty great
just
here.
it's great. Yeah, no, well the part at the end's like
It's
amazing.
great. I don't think it can beat that one. I don't even remember what episode it's from, but the like the burn unit. The I don't remember like that.
You know the burn unit.
Yeah, I can't remember what
That was the best
specifically
one.
said. That's like the best thing in the show. But
Yes,
it's yeah. So I don't know. This
the
world,
waffle
the
guards.
waffle guards,
It's kind of
that
amazing.
looked like something out of Adventure Time, so it's kind of confusing. But uh, I think
Whitney
yeah,
just
I
finishes a
think
waffle.
I think it was pretty well. I mean, it was the animation on this was incredible.
Yeah, no, it was so bright. It
Yeah,
was like, am I tripping out? Like, what am I watching?
it was pretty wonderful. All of this.
And the eight, I really like the part that they're. I really like the first like 5 seconds they're there, and they're like, "Is that like an '80s pop song? Why is it so
Yeah.
bright here? And it doesn't smell like child. Why does it smell like childlike wonder? Like it's so good.
And then later she's like, I've been listening to the same song for yeah, like 10,
Week,
for a week.
so
Yeah.
good.
Um,
Pretty great.
I don't know. Let's run through specifics from this. Well, I don't know, because we have the Bill stuff too. Okay, let's do Mabel stuff first. I think that if anything, the Bill stuff was a little underwhelming.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, the Bill stuff was very. There wasn't a lot of it,
very vague and very short.
as
Um,
usual.
uh,
Bill's just screaming, which is like that's what he's always doing.
we'll see the brunt of it. I would say next week, but it's
I would
probably
assume.
Never.
Next week,
Yeah.
in like 4 years.
Uh, Dipper about Mabeland End. This is worse than the apocalypse.
I thought that was
Yeah.
funny.
Mabeland has colors only bees and art students can see. I like that line.
That was a really good line.
There's one rule, but it's not worth mentioning. We come back later. Um, Rad snacks served by awesome penguins. I like that.
It's really good.
Um,
And it's like I think it's like Ice Cream Beach or something. Like
okay.
I can't now I can't remember, but it was like something like that.
Yeah. And then Mabel's in the tower, but she's there voluntarily, it seems like, but it's actually the trap, as Dipper astutely pointed out at first. An endless summer where you can never grow up, says Mabel. She has backup Dipper with a more supportive attitude, Dippy Fresh, who we talked about. He punctuates every sentence with a high five, which I like.
That's so great. And everything about Dippy Fresh is just quality. It's so good.
Yeah. He's basically just Dipper if Dipper was in like several times, right?
And then Dipper like tells Zeus, "You're dead to me."
Yeah. The world always knows what you want. Apparently, I wanted a chinchilla. Right again, Mabel.
So good.
Then we have them the giving them what they want part. Dippy Wender goes with Wendy goes. I think it merged. Was that their ship name? I don't know.
Who knows?
We get that again, and that didn't go how I thought it would go. But anyway, Wendy goes with the friends, the monster truck. Sue says, "Poppy, you don't remember what I look like, so I have the body of a wrestler and a face you saw in a hot sauce bottle." That was really sad.
It was really sad, but it was also like so Seuss.
The Wendy Dipper part. We have fake Wendy again. We saw this earlier in the show.
Well, I'm really interested then if that's who was gonna walk out, but like then what really was the dream because he didn't look and see what the door was.
It's so I don't know. I don't remember what's the door. Is the door in this Wendy Dipper part? I don't remember.
Well, no, the door is like when they're all
when they're
like they all get their thing, they all get what they want, and then Dipper's like, "No, I'm not even gonna look," and he's walking away.
Yeah, I think this is what Dipper would have. This is like what you'd expect from Dipper, right?
Yeah.
But I guess the question is this a necessary thing to bring up again? The Dipper crush on Wendy, because we resolved that conclusively last time. With that great segment with
I mean, I guess the whole point is that it's like ridiculous, and that's of course why he's like, this isn't real.
Yeah. So on one hand, we bring this up again, which I'm not the biggest fan of because I really liked how we resolved it all. But on the other hand, Dipper never really considers it. So I guess that shows his growth. But
and then what else would have really worked, if that makes sense? Like
obviously it would be Pacifica because that's Endgame, man.
Oh my god, I got so excited when
I know that was the best part.
I got so excited. Like I freaked out.
But okay, on the other hand, he never considered. On the other hand, he doesn't not consider it because of Wendy. He doesn't consider it because it's obviously not real. So I don't know what the point of all of it is ultimately.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait until later. Hopefully, it doesn't come up again ever.
Yeah, I think we're done with that now.
Let it be done.
Wendy turns into these bugs like that.
Whatever.
Just great. Watching article.
The stuffed animal tree.
Tree is good.
The voice of the stuffed animal tree is so good.
Yeah. Article, smiley face. Was it like subsection? I don't remember. Breaking one rule, banished forever. Then we get the trial of fantasy versus reality.
Great.
Yeah.
The judge.
Okay, let's talk. Judge Kitty Kitty Meow Meow Face Schwarstein.
My favorite character.
So
Judge
good. Kitty Kitty Meow Meow Face Schwarstein is voiced by Jon Stewart.
So good.
Who I predict. Okay, so props to me again. I predicted this last podcast that it's because in one interview, Alex Hirsch was like, "We got Louis C.K. last episode. We got there's only one person better to get than Louis C.K." It's like, okay, it's Jon Stewart, but I'm impressed by his voice acting. He does like this weird Southern judge voice.
Yeah, no, it's so good.
But like this is the name would indicate that this is like your stereotypical Jewish judge with Schwarstein as his last name, but he does this like Southern judge voice.
So good. Well, it doesn't matter. He's a cat.
He's a cat, yeah, and that's the only gag with him.
The trial begins. Meow. I died.
Meow puns the entire.
And in the yard.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Like when they announced, I got so excited about the cat. Like
the cat judge is pretty great. Yeah.
Great.
If Dipper wins, Mabel returns. If he loses, he's banished and replaced with Dippy Fresh. Jury of his peers, which is all Mabel's apparently.
And they all love each other's headbands, and they were all wearing different sweaters. They get so it's my
Oh,
dream.
I
It's
didn't
my
notice
dream.
that. You
Dylan,
have to analyze the
why am I
sweaters.
the only one?
There's two things I never noticed.
Do you know what? Did you notice her sweater, like the real Mabel sweater?
Nope.
It has confetti and a cupcake. Honestly,
Okay, I'd never noticed Mabel's sweater. I'm sorry.
they.
I apologize. But Mabel's legal team is several times, and they say we have a doctorate degree in funkiness, also
Their
international and criminal law,
their suits are ripped.
and their suits are
Their
ripped.
suits
Yeah.
don't have sleeves.
Yeah, meow overruled.
It's just so good.
Mabel's okay.
Every time the cat spoke, I got so
Yeah.
excited.
But then we get we get the great part. Mabel's scrapbook. They're using this as evidence. Photo day, when she had what? I don't know what they called them. I thought of them like those Lance Armstrong bands that were a thing. I don't know if they're still a thing, but you know.
They're silly bands, Dylan.
Are they called silly bands now? I don't know. They weren't called that originally, but
No. Like, are you talking about like the rubber? Like, so you're talking about like
I'm talking about the Livestrong
No,
band.
no.
These are
Silly bands are different
I'm
colors.
too old now. I don't know.
And now they come in different shapes.
Okay.
But what she was wearing were just like
the Livestrong thing. That was when I was in middle school, but apparently that's not the thing anymore.
I mean, I had those, but no, these are different.
Okay, I'm sorry for
God.
understanding. It would make more sense, I guess, because they're younger.
Yes.
What year are we in? Are we in current?
I
never thought about that.
Now you're asking like, hard
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Well, the thing is, we've never had anything that would like date the show.
Yeah.
Because it's also hard to have something like the date a show like this because like they don't do anything that would like because they live in
Gravity
like,
Falls is like in the 70s anyway, right? So
exactly, like it doesn't matter.
Mabel with little Mabel with pigtails, gum in her hair on picture day, and then
I got so sad.
And then Dipper doesn't know what to do to help. And then
he's like sneezing, like he's dying in his sweater.
And then the other scene is fourth grade Valentine's Day when Dipper does not get any Valentines.
I was really shocked that they used a scene where reality wasn't good for him too. Like that was an interesting way to go.
I didn't expect that, and I really liked it because that matters.
I thought it was just going to be Dipper bullying Mabel or something.
Yeah, because like this is the argument to Dipper, so it's like we're trying to convince Mabel here, but at the same time Mabel cares about Dipper, so we should present the other side of that too. I thought that was really well done.
I really enjoyed it. Like it was a turn I was not expecting, and it was done very well.
Yeah.
Also, they're adorable. Oh my god, precious children.
Yeah, they're adorbs, and then also adorbs is Pug Sundays.
Like what even?
Several times talking to each other. Totally righteous, bro. Are we brothers? I don't know. I love.
No, it was so dumb. Oh, and then you forgot the whole part where they're like, reality is bogus, lame, and then I can't remember what the last thing they said. It was like,
yeah, it was a convincing argument. Bogus, lame, and whack. Yeah.
Whack.
Continuing Dipper's Mabel is the witness for Dipper. I
love the collective gasp.
Yeah, it was obviously super surprising. Foam fingers in Mabel's ears for the I'm not listening. I think they like had that idea and then they tried to force it in because it was pretty interesting. I'd never thought of that before. Dipper's like, people who care about you help you get through hard times. And then he like continues the flashbacks. Then they shave part of their hair together because of the gum.
Their parents probably hate them.
Yeah, that was really adorable though. And then Mabel gave Dipper her Valentine's in the shape of a heart. Aw.
To my favorite brother.
Yeah.
Feels.
Aw. And then we had photos including Mabel with her grappling hook.
So great. Yes.
Alex Hirsch in an interview was like, everyone keeps asking me about Mabel's grappling hook, but that was only supposed to be this one episode. And then he brought it back at the end. It's wonderful.
Because we're like obsessed with the grappling hook because it's awesome. It comes back twice.
Yeah, Dipper thought.
I enjoy these like pictures of them like in peril. Like, who took these pictures?
That's a good question. We should
like like these pictures are like, who took them? Like obviously it's just so we remember these things.
Is there a secret third twin? Are they triplets? I bet people have had this like fan.
I mean, it would probably not be the most ridiculous thing.
What, the secret twin of Stan?
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
that was reasonable though, I guess. No, they'd been
I
hinting
mean,
at
its
that all.
gravity
They've
falls
been
though.
hinting at that all seasons. That was reasonable. Dipper thought he was going to be Ford's apprentice, but he's not. He's not going to do it. He says, "We're going back together. Let's beat up Bill and grow up together."
Feels, they hurt my heart.
Kitty Judge, why is this hammer squeaky? I assume he doesn't say what I just said.
No,
Dang it! Does he say "dang it"?
I have no idea. I don't remember. But no,
Oh.
it's really funny. It squeaks.
Here's a question: was Jon Stewart underutilized?
I don't. I mean, can you get much better than a cat judge?
But he was only just saying auxiliary things like the.
But they were amazing. Okay, let's be okay. If we're gonna think about this, this is probably Jon Stewart's dream role. Like they probably came to him and he probably was like, "Yes."
No, I don't think he cared, but no, he told the story. He said he was at a Daily Show taping, and he said Jon Stewart wanted to talk to him, and he didn't expect it. And then he said him and his family watch the show and they love it. So then he invited him later to do a voice.
No, he's probably like, "Yes," and he's probably like, "I'm the coolest dad ever."
Yeah, no,
I'm the
that's
cat.
same thing with Louis C.K. apparently.
So good.
Awkward sibling hug, but it's not a sincere sibling hug.
Feels.
Don't do that.
And they're like, "Don't do the
Don't
pat."
do the pats. Yeah, it was great.
No, and I was dying because like that's legitimately how me and my brother hug.
Aw.
Like honest to God,
Yeah.
it's so good, so great.
Yeah, the same song entire week thing. Paradise is canceled. Then they get on Giant Waddles. Take us to freedom, Giant Waddles.
There was this, so I was like, yeah, I mean, of course I live for Waddles.
And then Waddles shrinks and it's actual Waddles. How does that?
No, that was the thing. That was the thing because I was watching the lobby and there was this guy and he like we were watching it together, and he was like, "But why isn't Waddles?" And I was like, "I guess it's real Waddles." And then lo and behold, it was real Waddles.
That's real. Yeah.
I mean, it would. I mean,
How
I
did
figured
Waddles
it,
get there?
well, I mean, it could have been because also you know how everything got messed up anyway. Like Waddles could have just been big like the goat.
Oh, so it could have
I
just been Giant Waddles, but it wasn't because he shrank.
Yeah, and I was thinking that's what I thought too. But then I guess like Mabel and Waddles. No, didn't we know But I don't know. They see Waddles is gone for a while, and they bring him back, and it's like, where does he go?
Yeah, whatever. He's just there. It's fine.
It's. I mean, I'm not bothered.
It's time to burst your bubble, and then Waddles shrinks, and he
That was
says,
really cool though. That like they're like rocketing up into the air,
"It was pretty cool."
and she has this like nail. Cool.
Yeah,
They,
and then Dipper confirms he's not doing.
and then it was confetti.
It was good. Of course, it was confetti. I guess that was foreshadowed by the sweater, apparently, which I didn't see.
Yes, they had confetti, and I kept kick on it.
Dipper confirms he's not taking the apprenticeship, and the town is deserted. They go to the mystery shack. Yes, it's in shambles, just like we left it. And they open the door, and there's the townspeople, and most notably Stan, Pacifica, McGucket, right?
Yes.
I have a picture here.
Multi-bear,
and the Minotaur. Yeah, the unicorn is there too.
Oh, I didn't see the unicorn.
One of the policemen, the gnomes. I have a picture up. I don't know.
Which policeman?
The short one.
Okay.
I don't. Is that where's tall guy? I don't know.
Yeah, no, the tall one, he got carried off.
Oh, okay. So this works with the
because I was really upset because I was like, my OTP. What happened to my OTP?
And then the other people apparently.
Okay, I guess they're not my OTP because Dipper and Pacifica are my OTP. I guess they're like my next.
Okay,
like,
let's talk about this now. Now that Pacifica's here, are we confirmed for a Dipsifica ending in the finale?
Yes.
Is it completely confirmed?
Yes, 100%.
Glad we.
And we predicted this. We were like, Pacifica's going to have a really big part in the finale. Like I talked about this. It's happening.
Okay, can't say we predicted this when it's probably not going to happen still. What, you think Pacifica's just going to have a giant role in the finale now?
Not like the biggest role ever, but like she's going to do like really cool stuff. Like she's going to be like a ninja or something.
She's in this like she's wearing like rags.
Yeah.
It's very contrasting to her usual,
yes.
you know.
This is gonna be so good. Like I feel like they're gonna get there and she's gonna be like an expert on like how to survive and like the apocalypse.
How is she an expert suddenly?
Just that's how these things work, Dylan.
That's how it works with Wendy. That makes sense.
Wendy's already like that though. But like this is how like
this is gonna be like
this is how these apocalypse
trope
things
or something.
Work.
Okay.
Yes, basically.
I see. Okay, let's talk.
I mean, even if we don't have that, we just need to have Dipper and Pacifica. I want Dipsifica now.
You got the Dipsifica ending. We'll talk finale theories potentially on another podcast, but let's talk the Bill parts of the episode.
Oh right, that happened.
The beginning. We missed the beginning. Day 4 of Weirdmageddon. This random guy embrace the triangular ways of our overlord. Anything over 3 sides is sinful.
And then you have Wendy's dad.
Yeah. And then at the
Like,
end, I
yep,
guess I reckon I've been living a lie. It was pretty great. I
yep.
love anything over three sides is sinful.
Yeah, it's really
Uh,
good.
Bill says, ladies, gentlemen, that thing with 87 different faces, no 88 different faces. It's just a touchy subject. This is they basically did this last
Yeah.
episode with Xanthorpe, right?
Yep.
It's great. Still works again. He's stacking. We talked about this, stacking citizens into a massive throne of human agony. Don't
Like,
worry, they're not.
awesome.
Don't worry, they're not conscious anymore. Probably.
And then Lazy Susan.
Yeah, and then Lazy Susans. That was pretty dark, but it was great.
Yeah.
Then we have this Bubbles force field thing. By the way, the theme song was the Bill theme song again, but it was
Yes.
shortened.
Yeah, no. It happened, and I was like, I can hear Dylan screaming
Oh,
all the way
why
from
would they
here.
do this to us?
Yeah, no, it happened. Like, I was like, yes, and then I was like, no, it's the short one, and I was like, Dylan's gonna be mad.
I'm very upset at that.
Yeah, no, I was upset. Like, I
Yeah.
was like, I want the full thing. It's great.
Why with even infinite power?
If we
Can't,
don't get the full one for like the last part of the finale, I will actually flip a table.
I assume there'll only be one theme song for next week because even the last two Avatar episodes, I think they just
Yeah,
combine them
I
into
know.
one, even if it's
I know.
10.
I meant like we should still get the full one.
We should. I obviously agree with that. Why, even with infinite power, can't we escape the borders of Gravity Falls? Says Bill. The force field is keeping us in. Then he's like, maybe Ford can fix it. But then Keyhole comes up and says Mabel. Then says there are in Mabel's bubble, and then Bill says Mabel's bubble is the most diabolical trap ever created. I'll take the biggest will to knock
Among
it into
others.
its STEM
Yep.
stations.
So I mean, I don't know if it's just because it hasn't been on in a while, or like what's up with the bubble? Did we know about the bubble?
I don't think we know what's up with the bubble.
I mean, because it makes sense that Gravity Falls would be in like a weird bubble.
Maybe it's
That would make a lot of
the
sense.
UFO protecting it. Something with that. I don't know.
I mean, I doubt. No, the UFO got destroyed, didn't it?
I guess yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that Gravity Falls is so weird that it'd have like a bubble around it, kind of like a Eureka.
This is probably something of Ford's doing.
Yeah, it could be like a failsafe or something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We'll figure out next time. I don't know. I don't have any speculations. Unless
Yeah, I don't know.
unless I'm just missing something obvious. I don't know.
I mean, I mean, it could be like, I really could see it being something like Gravity Falls itself, like not necessarily being like a living creature, but it could have like some sort of protection on its own, just being Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Like that's a very like sci-fi, like fantasy.
It's a very
tropey thing for
finale
this to
tropey.
be.
You
Yes.
expect them to go big with stuff,
Yeah.
big concepts in the finale, stuff like that. And of course, at the end, we had several times people survived. It's like, are we real? John Paul Sartre postulated that.
It's so good.
I was just trying to write it down, and I could not keep up. We can find the quote though. It's totally righteous, bro. It was great.
Oh, it's like everything that the last part is that like we just endure like never actually know I had it and it flew away. Who knows?
Yeah, it was. We can look up John Paul Sartre.
Like
So anyway,
it has a lot of words.
anyway, yeah, it was good.
But it was
I
awesome.
expect them to play a big role in the finale, JK. But
They'll probably come back and do something like
maybe I don't know. This might have been our finale for them.
maybe.
Okay, so yeah, overall, I mean, like it does take a while to get there. Once it gets there, it's great. It's I'm not
Yes.
saying it's not a flawed episode of television, but I think that this and the first episode are going to be seen as like iconic cartoon
Yeah.
moments.
No,
Like
definitely.
I'm very
And
big on this right now.
yeah, no, and it's definitely a good setup for. I mean, we're in the middle of the finale, and it's really not any different than the Avatar finale. Like this is basically at the kind of point we were at in the second part of the Avatar finale.
Yeah, Avatar finale first and second parts weren't incredible. So yeah,
So this is, and if we just have to get to that point. Like we were just
yeah. The second actually, there's a lot of analogs. The second part of the Avatar
no,
finale
exactly.
had the Aang and the Lion Turtle stuff, which was pretty
Yep.
isolated, and the same
Just
thing
basically
with the Maple
this.
Bubble stuff. Yeah.
You
So
know,
basically, this is Bill is the Phoenix King, and
obviously.
then Dipper and Pacifica at the end, like Aang and Katara, obviously. And then Mabel, who's gonna have the Agni Kai? Is it Mabel and Dipper? No,
Well, why would Mabel and Dipper have that?
because they're siblings. That's what it has to be.
But like they made up.
Yeah. So what else would it be? I need a new proposal. You can't just reject the old one.
You're right. Let's see. What would it be? Who's Azula? We gotta figure that out
I don't think
first.
we have an Azula.
Well, I feel like Wendy's like good Azula.
And maybe Pacifica, because she's a villain at some point.
This is true. Villain, rival.
Zuko-ish figure. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, other thoughts on
Expect an outline. No.
other thoughts on Weirdmageddon 2: Escape from Reality.
I did like it. I don't want people to think I didn't like it. I really did enjoy it. It just takes a little bit to get there because it's just kind of like, okay, we're in this place.
Any
But
yeah,
the feelings, oh, Mabel and Dipper feels so intense.
any immediate speculations on the finale? Quick ones.
It's just, who knows? Like, I mean, hopefully, like, they're gonna save the day. I hope no one dies, but I think, like, somebody's gonna die. Probably, like, Stan or Ford, though if they kill off Ford, I'll be
Oh yeah, they
like,
said someone was
okay.
going to die in the code
Yeah,
from
in the
last week. Yeah.
prophecy.
I didn't
Yeah.
read the code. I didn't get the code from this week. I don't.
I don't know how anyone gets the code unless they DVR it, like, honestly.
Well, people take
Like, it flashes
shots. Yeah.
it flashes for like 0.00.
People
like,
watch it on a
seconds.
stream and then they take screenshots of it.
I watched it in
Yeah, I
some
watched it on a
lobby.
TV, so I did not. Okay. Let's quickly speculate on the dates. So I'm not even gonna try to think of Disney pushing this into January, but it's very possible that they would. Um, so there's the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st. I think those are all plausible dates of the December.
My brother texted me and said it's going to be 2016. I don't know if he has actual information or
No,
if he just made that up.
there's no actual information. But
That's what I thought.
the
'Cause, like,
cynical, if we go by how much Disney has been spacing these episodes out, but there's no reason for them to push it to 2016.
Yeah.
They have a lot of momentum right now, press wise, from Alex Hirsch's post and from the finale airing. So I
Yeah,
think
but do they care?
does Disney like factor this in? Do they think about their decisions? I don't know.
It's because my family, like, yeah, because it's like Disney. Like, do they even care?
I mean, if we want to put this as close to the core finale reunion date, then we can put out the 21st, which would be 2 days after. So we can do that. So look for information on this. I'll post it on our Tumblr and Twitter. All of those links at overlyanimated.com. Let's come on, Disney, get on this. Let us know what you thought of the episode, stuff like that. I'm Dylan Hysen, that's Delaney Stovall. Overlyanimated.com, everything about the podcast. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thanks to our current patrons, Shayna, Mitch, Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, and Jamie, aka Hannah, Fever, Mitch, Cordell University, Beatrix, Strange, Buzz Lightyear, and Mailman. We'll be back for the finale whenever that is, and at least I think one podcast in between. I kind of want to reminisce on Gravity Falls as a series and speculate on the finale. So we might just do that in one podcast. I don't know if we need 2 for that, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, would we want to do it like? Because the thing is, when are we even going to get a date like anytime soon?
Well, we have to have a date first to do it. So
yeah, that's my thing. It's like we have to have a date, but then it's like because we want to do it in the middle, but it's like who knows?
I mean, it's not just going to pop up. It'll be like at least 2 weeks before. So we'll see. And at the very least, we'll get in 5 days we will get. It's so dumb that it comes down to this, but Disney's December animation highlights. I used to figure out when Avatar episodes were airing in like 2006 from the monthly highlights. But then in the new age, you don't need those anymore, except Disney doesn't say anything, so you actually do need them. So
because Disney is stuck.
Hopefully, within 5
past.
days, we will know when the finale is. Okay. Last thoughts, Delaney.
Great episode. The finale craziness. Like Bill is going. Like everything's going to get even weirder. Weirdmageddon's getting weirder.
We need to start thinking of like these big concept finale ideas. I think that's the right direction.
Well, I mean, it's really hard right now though because like we don't really have a lot to go on. Like the whole thing was just, oh crap, Bill's here, and now it's like Bill's here, but he's just. They're trying to get out of Gravity Falls right now.
What if the final scene is at Stan's funeral? How sad would that be?
No, I will be so sad.
Okay. Well, we'll work on. I'm gonna workshop that idea. We'll figure this out.
Okay.
I feel like that's one of the leading contenders for that.
We're gonna have an overly animated focus group.
Yeah,
and
I'll workshop it. Yeah, it's either like Stan's funeral or like them back at school or like them in their parents' house, or them in the mystery shack one last time. These are the
like them like right about like
leaving the mystery shack and then the show ends.
Yep.
I feel like that'd be more true to the just summer thing,
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like that's what we have to do. We're going to have to come back to the summer part. Like, there will be something, and it's like summer ended by...
Assuming they win, of course, and the world just doesn't end at the end.
Because that would be really... I mean, I just recently found out about how the Chronicles of Narnia actually ends, so, like, I really don't want this to be like, no, let's not end Gravity Falls like this, because I will be destroyed.
Interesting parallel to Narnia.
And let's not traumatize all of the children, because now I am traumatized, and I haven't even read all of the Chronicles of Narnia, and I'm traumatized.
That's unfortunate that you're traumatized from that, but hopefully not from the Gravity Falls finale.
Yeah, please no.
Okay. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks, Delaney, and we'll see you guys for the finale and the podcast before.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.